good evening, everyone. Welcome to our second broadcast here on JockJive. We have a winner's bracket game between Moulton and Troy. Troy, the host team of this tournament, as we are at the Alabama Dix Youth Baseball AAA State Tournament here from Troy, Alabama. Troy will be the home team. Cade Brookings will be pitching. And Moulton, who absolutely dominated the team they played last night, and they were very impressive in their win, will be up to bat first, and Ryder McGregory will lead it off. Jamarlin Ford is our home plate umpire. Clay Fleming will be calling it first. John Park will be down at third. And we're glad you joined us here. A little before 8 o'clock. First pitch is in there for a strike.
Now to bat to lead things off, number 15, Ryder McGregory.
And McGregory down in the count. Earlier, Alexandria advanced to play tomorrow at 10 o'clock with the win. Both of these teams are wearing white and blue colors. So you're not seeing things. So 2-1 the count here. Brookings pitch, and that's pop foul out of play. One thing we noticed about Moulton last night, they were not afraid to swing the bats. And they were ultra aggressive last night in their victory. Moulton beat Cherokee American, who was eliminated earlier tonight, 13-0 last night in a run rule game. And that pitch is low, and McGregory will go down to first, and he reaches with a walk. And that's going to bring up Kane Parker. So Moulton, and that one is hit to the third baseman, and it's fair. It gets by him down in the corner, and the runners will be at first and second. So a base hit. And again, this Moulton squad will swing the sticks. Again, Mike Flowers here with you. Glad you joined us on JockJive. We're at Field 4 in Troy, Alabama, and Parker Frost steps in there. That pitch gets away, and the runners will move up a base. So runners at second and third, nobody out here from Moulton. They jumped out last night big in their ball game. That pitch is out of the zone. One and 0 to count. Outside, 2-0. So Brookings down in the count here. Two and one now. Runners at second and third, top of the first inning. And that is a walk. And Frost will load the bases. And now Caden Norwood, the cleanup batter. Left-handed batter steps in there. Again, both teams wearing about identical uniforms here. Swing and a miss, 0-1 to count. Top of the first inning, bases juiced for Moulton. That pitch is just out of the zone, 1-1. Again, we're a little behind schedule. Swung on and missed because we had a thunderstorm delay here before we started this afternoon, but we're about 20 minutes behind, and the fouled out of play. And the game before ours lasted 2 hours, so. But we're started here a little before 8 o'clock. 1-2 the count to Caden Norwood. He swings and he goes down. Norwood strikes out.
Now stands in plate, number 20, Trip Engel.
And now Trip Engel will come to the plate. Bases are juiced here for Moulton. And that pitch is out of the zone. 1-0 to count. Again, both of these teams won their opening round game. In there for a strike, 1-1. And the host team, Troy, winning has made a lot of fans happy as they are down the first base line, rooting for their team. That pitch is low, gets away. Runner comes in from third, and they're not going to get him, and he's safe. Moulton breaks on top, 1-0. Runners will move up. Second and third now with one out. Engel stands back in there. And he pops it up. Center fielder comes over. Runner will tag, and he does from third. Throw to the plate is on a line, but the catcher can't hold it. And another run scores, and Moulton is up 2-0. Sack fly for Engel and an RBI.
Now it's about number 27, Sutton Phillips.
And now Sutton Phillips steps in there. That pitch is high to Phillips. 1-0 the count. So Moulton pushes across two here. Runner at third. That pitch gets away, and the runner is going to try to advance to home, and he does. He's in there safely. And Moulton has added another run. It is now 3-0. So the bases are now empty as the ball gets away from the catcher, and the run scores. 2-0 count, 2 out in the inning now. Back to the pitcher, easily gloves it over the first in time, and that is the out. But a big 3-run inning for Moulton. We will go to the bottom of the first. 3-0 Moulton on top. Troy coming up. This is the 2017 Alabama Dix Youth Baseball AAA State Tournament on JockJive. We'll go to the bottom of the first here. Troy coming up to bat. They trail it 3-0. Wes Brasted will lead it off.
Now to bat to lead things off, number 42.
And Parker Frost will be in the center of the diamond for Moulton. So Brasted, who was the hero of last night's game for Troy, swings and misses. 0-1 the count. Again, you're not seeing things if you look at your screen. Both teams are in the same type of uniforms. White uniforms. One has blue numerals, one has red. Blue trim. Almost identical. That pitch is inside. 2-1 count to Wes Braistrid, leadoff batter here for the team from Troy. Braistrid pops it up. Right fielder comes in. Second baseman behind the back grabs it for the out. Good play that time by the second baseman. Ryder McGregory.
Number 1, Cole Pugh.
And now Cole Pugh steps to the plate. Pugh, right-handed batter. He swings and misses. 0-1. Moulton has broken on top, 3-0. That pitch is just out of the zone. 1-1 to count. Again, Moulton impressive last night. They start impressively tonight. One out in the inning for Troy. Jamarlin Ford calls that one a strike. 1-2 the count. And that one's laced back up the middle, and that's going to be a base hit. Cole Pugh with a single. So Troy has a base runner here in the bottom of the first. And now Pruitt Vaughn steps in there. Vaughn pops it up. Pitcher comes over and grabs it right at the line. And Vaughn pops up. So 2 outs now.
Number 11, Jackson Booth.
And the cleanup batter, Jackson Booth, to the plate. Booth. And he hits that one down the third base line, and it's just foul. Booth turned on that one. Again, glad you joined us here on JockJive. Guys from the local cable channel are over here filming and calling the game here for the homestanding Troy team. And that one again is hit foul. Jackson Booth down in the count now, 0-2. Sun is set. Still warm out there, but not as sweltering as it was earlier, and the flags are totally limp. There's not a breeze to be found. And that one just got away, and Booth had to duck out of the way of that one. So a runner at first with 2 outs. The 1-2 pitch. Outside, gets away, runner will advance. So a runner at second now with 2 outs. Booth has a chance to drive one in. The 2-2 pitch. And it's a called third strike, caught looking, and that ends the inning. Booth is caught looking. That ends the inning. Nothing doing for Troy. We will go to the top of the second inning. 3-0 is your score. Moulton on top. 2017 Alabama Dixie Youth Baseball AAA State Tournament on JockJive. Fans want to remind you that you can have your very own DVD of any game broadcast during this year's Alabama-Dixie Youth Baseball AAA State Tournament. Simply email info@jockjive.com and we'll get the process started. DVDs are $10 per game plus shipping and handling. That's info@jockjive.com. And also don't forget to like JockJive on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. When you like us on Facebook, we'll keep you updated on scores, schedules, game status, and so much more. Again, like JockJive on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. Well, a quick first inning here, and now Moulton back up. Again, they swing the bats. And now Braylon Dame will stand in there. So Braylon Dame. And that one is hit over the shortstop's head, and it's a single for Braylon Dame. And again, this Moulton team, they swing the bats. Cade Brookins gave up 3 in the first, leadoff batter on in the second. And Maddox Denham will come to the dish. Denham crouched close to the plate. 1-0 the count. That pitch is in there for a strike. Count is even at 1-1. Runner at first, leadoff batter on. Took something off of that one and it stayed high. 2-1 the count. Again, sun setting, lights taking effect. Pop foul out of play. We dodged the storms today. Denham back in there. 2-2 pitch. Brookins deals. Skied. Left fielder coming in on the run. Shortstop calls him off and makes the play. Almost a collision out there. But the shortstop makes the play. So 1 out in the inning.
Now stepping up the bat, number 23, Noah Dutton.
Jordan McBride on that catch. That is in there for a strike to Noah Dutton. Dutton, diminutive right-handed batter, holds that bat high. And the pitch is in the dirt, and it gets away far enough for the runner to advance, and he's in there safely at second. So runner at second, 1 out. Noah Dutton. Levi Sanderson will be next. That pitch is hit to the third baseman on 2 hops down to 1 knee over the first. Oh, is high. Gets away. Runner will come around the score. Denham throws in the second. And it's 4-0 Moulton. Dutton reaches, goes to second on the overthrow. So a runner stands at second now with 1 out and another run in, 4-0. Sanderson steps in there. Pitch is low, gets away, and the runner's going to try to advance. Throw to third. Safe, he couldn't handle the throw. It would have been bang bang if he held on to it. Sanderson jumps back into the box. And he pops one out of play. So 1-1 the count, one out here. A run in, runner at third. Swung on and missed by Sanderson. Brookins looks in, gets his sign, now ready to the plate. Inside, got away, but not far enough for the runner to advance. 2-2 to count. So Moulton with another run. 4-0 lead. High gets away. Runner's going to try to come in to score. Throw is not in time, and it gets away, and it's 5-0. Moulton scores on the ball that gets away from the catcher. 3-2 count, 5-0. They put two runners across here in the second. That pitch is popped up to the first baseman about 2 steps over, and he grabs it for the out. Squeezed right there by number 15, Pruitt Vaughn. So the second out of the inning is recorded, and that's going to bring up Ty Henderson. Henderson, bent at the knees, holds the bat high, in there for a strike. 0-1 to count. Again, we're glad you've joined us on JockJive here this evening. Swings and misses that one in the hole, 0-2. The 0-2 pitch, swings and misses, and that's a strikeout. Henderson goes down, and that ends the inning, but not before 2 more runs come across for Moulton. And we will go to the bottom of the second inning. It is 5-0 now, Moulton over Troy. 2017 Dixie Youth Baseball AAA State Tournament on JockJive. Well, we're going to go to the bottom of the second inning here. Parker Frost getting his warm-ups in. Moulton has pushed 2 more runs across. They lead this one 5-0. And so far, they have been a juggernaut in this part of the tournament. 13-0 last night. They lead 5-0 right now. And if you're Troy, you need to get something going here. Luke Barron, Tyler McClendon, and Cade Edwards will be the 3 up. Or Cade Brookins, excuse me, will lead it off here. Then Barron, and then McClendon, and then Edwards. Brookins swings and misses at the first pitch. And we're underway here in the bottom of the second. Moulton. Parker Frost. That one's inside. 1-1 to count. A little after 8 here. Inside pitch. 2-1. Again, the great thing about Dixie Youth Baseball is everybody plays, everybody gets the bat. That pitch is in there for a strike. 2-2 the count. And we've seen some good action here in our 4 games that we've done. overthrew that one. 3-2 the count. So Frost with the full count in here through the leadoff batter, Cade Brookins. Brookins holds that bat high. And he fouls that one back to the screen. And we'll do the 3-2 pitch over again. That pitch is hit to the right fielder down in front of him, and that will be a base hit. And the ball is thrown away, but Brookins couldn't advance. It's a single, and a runner stands in first. Luke Barron steps up. Want to remind you that the managers, the coaches for the team, Steve Barron, Dax Pugh, and Adam Brookins. Those are your coaches for Troy, the homestanding Troy team. Barron. And that pitch is in there for a strike. 0-1. Bottom of the second inning, 5-0 here. That pitch is high. Brookins jumping off of first base, looking for an opportunity to steal second. Swung and missed. 1-2 the count. Parker Frost pitching in his second inning of work. And that one is hit down the line, and it's going to be fair all the way to the fence, and it gets away. And they're going to stop the runners at second and third. That one went through the gap out there and stuck under the fence. So it's a double for Barron. Runners will be at second and third. The left fielder raised his hands that he couldn't get the ball. It either got stuck under the fence or I couldn't see out there. But now everybody's talking about it. So they're going to award the run coming home for Troy. And they're going to send the runner to third. So a run scores, runner stands at third.
Number 2, Brody Black.
So whatever was ruled, they ruled that it was, they allowed the runner to come in to score. So a runner stands at third with nobody out. So a run is in, and Tyler McClendon stands at the dish. Offered at it, brought the bat back. 1-0 the count. 5-1 is your score. Troy has dented the scoreboard here in the second. And that pitch is hit. And it gets by the first baseman. That'll be an RBI, and it's 5-2. So McClendon with a base hit. Second run is in. Still nobody out. Runner at first for Cade Edwards. So Parker Frost getting knocked around here in the second. Moulton has given up their first runs of the tournament here in this inning. Pitch is outside. And now the coach is going to go out and talk to his pitcher. 5-2 is your score here as we're in the bottom of the second. Moulton, 3 in the first, 2 in the second. Now Troy has fought back with 2 in the second. Runner on first, nobody out. They're looking for a big inning. And now Jamarlin Ford is going to go out there and break up the conference. So big Kate Edwards steps in there. 1-0. High, 2-0. A little breeze has kicked up, blowing from right to left, barely rippling the flags. In there for a strike, 2-1 the count. That pitch is just out of the zone. 3-1. So Edwards ahead in the count. Runner stands at first. High, and he walks him. Edwards reaches. So runners will be at first and second. Still nobody out.
Number 9, Jordan McBride.
And Jordan McBride, who made a good defensive play earlier in the game, steps in there. Swings and fouls it to the screen. 0-1 the count. Still nobody out in the inning. Troy looking to capitalize some more here. The home-standing team trying to rally back from a 5-0 deficit. And that one is popped up. And it's caught by the first baseman. The runners can't advance. Out number 1 is recorded.
Now stepping to the box, number 10, Dawson Bradford.
McBride pops up, and that's going to bring up Dawson Bradford. Bradford, right-handed batter. So 1 out now in the inning. Still runners at first and second. That pitch tails out of the zone. 1-0 to count. Again, glad you've joined us this evening on JockJive. We're in Troy, Alabama. The homestanding Troy team trying to come back off the deck. Ball is low. 2-0. Again, we appreciate everybody's hospitality here at Troy and those who are putting on the tournament. We've enjoyed our 2 days here. Swung on and missed. And we'll be back tomorrow at 10 o'clock to bring you more baseball action. The pitch gets away. Runners will move up a base, and runners will be at second and third. So a 3-1 count here. To Dawson Bradford. And that one's in there for a strike. Bradford took it all the way. 3-2 count. Three-two pitch about to be made to Bradford. High, he walks in. Bases are full. And now Keneal Lewis. And I believe we're going to have a pitching change before we get to Lewis. Parker Frost didn't have it here in the second inning after he pitched a great first, and now we're going to have a pitching change here. Again, there is a pitch count, a pitch limit for these young men. So they're going to take out Parker Frost, and we're going to have a pitching change here. We'll step away for a second here. 2017 AAA Dixie Youth Baseball Tournament from Troy, Alabama on JockJive.
Four pitches from each support. All right, that's fine with me. On the back of the ball, Taylor Johnson.
Well, Levi Sanderson will come in to pitch as Parker Frost reached his limit of pitches. And Keneal Lewis steps back in there.
Now stepping to the box, number 6.
Bases are full. Only one out. Lewis to center field. Center fielder is going to grab it for the out. Runner will tag. Throw to the plate is up the line. Not in time, and another run scores, and the runners advance a base. And it's 5-3 Moulton. Troy has come back with 3 runs. Lewis with a sac fly. And Slade Russell will come to the plate. So 2 outs now in the inning, but 3 big runs in for Troy.
3, Slade Russell.
So Sanderson gives up a sac fly. Russell cuts and misses. 5-3 your score here. Cut on and miss, strike 2. Sanderson trying to close the door here. 3 runs in for Troy in their half of the second. The home fans are excited.
Please turn your lights off in left field.
Somebody had their lights on, but they're backing out. I guess they kind of probably need them to do that. That pitch is topped. Third baseman throws over the first and safe. And it's a base hit, infield single for Russell. Run scores. It's 5-4. Runners will be at first and third, and we go back to the top of the order with Wes Brasted. So Troy with a big inning, 4 runs, and they may not be done yet. Brasted stands in there. Inside, almost got away. Runner from first does advance to second. Two-0 count to Brasted. Outside 3-0. One more and he'll trot to first. Brasted awaits the pitch. Outside and he walks. So a base on balls, and that will load the bases.
Now to number 1, Cole Pugh.
So 2 outs in the inning, bases loaded for Cole Pugh. Pugh fouls it to the screen, down in the count, 0-1. Sanderson still in trouble here, in relief. Pugh cuts and misses. 0-2. Well, now little Cole Pugh's in the hole. Sanderson looks in. And it's cut on and missed, and that will end the inning. But it's a big inning.
11 pitches.
It's a big inning. Pugh strikes out, but 4 runs come across for Troy. We'll go to the top of the 3rd inning. 5-4 Moulton. 2017 Alabama Dixie Youth Baseball AAA State Tournament on JockJive. Coming up later in July on JockJive.com, more Florida and Alabama Dixie Youth Baseball, Dixie Youth World Series events, and Dixie Baseball State Tournaments and World Series, and so much more. Plus this fall, SWAC football, soccer and volleyball, Tuskegee football, Georgia Military College football, Great American Rivalries, high school football, the ACCC Game of the Week, and more. A litany of reasons you need to come back to JockJive and come often. Again, we'll have every sport imaginable. That's JockJive.com. So Cade Brookins back pitching. And leading off for Moulton, it'll be Wyatt Knight.
Now the bat number 32, Wyatt Knight.
Top of the 3rd inning here, 5-4. Knight swings and misses, strike 1. Well, Moulton started out. They were up 5-0. Troy has come back with a 4 spot. That pitch is low, 1-1 to count. We're just at 8:30 in the evening. We'll be back here tomorrow at 10 o'clock to bring you more baseball. The 1-1 pitch in there for a strike, 1-2. Again, the folks from Troy have put on a good tournament so far, and a lot of folks are down the sidelines on either side of this field watching the game. Cut on and missed, and he goes down swinging. Knight is the first out of the 3rd inning.
Now, stepping up to the plate, number 15, Ryder McGregory.
Ryder McGregory, who walked and scored a run in the 1st inning, steps in there. That pitch is high, but Gregory had the duck out of the way. 1-0 the count. Again, we're in the top of the 3rd inning. That pitch is fouled away. But Gregory steps back in there. The pitch fouled away, nubbed that one down the first base line. 1-2 the count. Cade Brookins to Kane Parker. To Ryder McGregory. Kane Parker on deck. Popped up. Everybody's diving forward, and it's a great catch by the second baseman, diving out there for the out. Good play that time by the second baseman.
Now stepping to play number 2, Kane Parker.
So 2 outs now in the inning. Back to the pitcher, lines out, and that's the end of the inning. An easy inning for Troy. They go 1, 2, 3, and you hardly ever see that. 1, 2, 3 inning. We'll go to the bottom of the third. Still 5-4, Moulton on top. 2017 Alabama Dixie Youth Baseball AAA State Tournament on JockJive. Levi Sanderson getting his warm-up tosses here. We're in the bottom of the third. 5-4, Moulton on top. Throw down the second. Pruitt Vaughn will step in there. So bottom of the third here. We're about halfway home in this one.
15, Pruitt Vaughn.
Vaughn flied out his first plate appearance, or popped up to the pitcher. Inside from Sanderson, 1-0 to count. That pitch skips inside, 2-0 to count. Well, Sanderson, his mound opponent, had a 1-2-3 inning, his inning here in the third. Sanderson would like to do the same and keep it 5-4, but he's behind in the count, 2-0. In there for a strike, 2-1. The 2-1 pitch cut on and missed, 2-2. Vaughn, the count even to him now here. Leadoff batter in the third. And that one has popped up in foul territory behind first base. And the second baseman tried to make a diving catch out there and couldn't do it. So Sanderson with a 2-2 count. Cut on and missed. And the first out of the inning is recorded.
Number 11, Jackson Booth.
So Jackson Booth will step in there. 1 out in the inning. Booth struck out his first plate appearance. Sanderson ahead and behind in the count, 1-0. Here's the pitch. High, 2-0. 5-4 your score here, bottom of the third. Somebody just passed us a nice note saying, Moulton says, thank you, JockJive. Friends and family watching from home. And they got the word nice with exclamation behind it. We appreciate that. Pop foul to the screen. This is why we do this, so family and friends, grandmothers, grandparents, wherever you may be across the world, can watch a relative or a friend. It's the great thing about the web. You never know where someone may be. But we appreciate those nice words. The 3-1 pitch from Sanderson. Outside, and he's going to walk. And Jackson Booth reaches. So a runner will be at first. 1 out.
Now stepping to the plate, number 2, Cade Brookins.
And Cade Brookins stands in there. Brookins singled and scored a run in the second. 5-4 is your score here, bottom of the third. That pitch gets away, and the runner will advance to second. Nowhere near the zone. And now the runner is at second. 1-0 count here to Brookins. That pitch is in there for a strike. Count level at 1. In there again for a strike. 1-2 the count. Tying run stands at second. Outside, good stop by the catcher. 2-2 the count. That pitch is low. 3-2, so a full count here to Cade Brookins. High, and he walks. So runners will be at first and second. Brookins reaches on the base on ball. And Luke Barron steps in there. And now we're going to have a conference at the mound. Moulton coaches are Bradley Frost, Jeremy Phillips, Jeremiah Engel. And they're talking to their team in the middle of the diamond. And now the meeting breaks up as the ump goes out there. So the pitcher stays in. Luke Barron steps into the plate. And that one's hit to the shortstop. Backhand stop, throws to third, and gets the force. Good play by the Moulton shortstop. Backhanded the ball, threw it to the third baseman. And out number 2 is recorded. Give that young man a star.
Number 5, Tyler McClendon.
So runners at first and second for Tyler McClendon. Cut on and missed. Good play by the shortstop there. Sanderson deals, and that one's in there for a strike. 2-2 the count. The 2-2 pitch, it's high back to the backstop. Runners will advance. That one got away from the pitcher there. So the runners will be at second and third. It's a 1-2 count. Cut on and missed, and that is your inning. Sanderson strikes him out Nothing doing for Troy. They did threaten, but they strand 2, and we will go to the top of the 4th inning. It's still 5-4 Moulton. 2017 Dixie Youth Baseball AAA State Tournament from the state of Alabama on JockJive.com. Fans, want to remind you, after today's game is over, you can watch the action again and again on JockJive.com. Go to the same spot you watch the live coverage and watch the archives. Or if you want a DVD of any game of the Alabama Dixie Youth Baseball AAA State Tournament, email info@JockJive.com and we'll get the process started for a mere $10 plus shipping and handling. You can have a DVD to watch forever of a loved one of yours playing in this tournament. That's info@JockJive.com. Yep, order those DVDs and our boss Robert Williamson will be happier than what he is now. The multi-talented Robert Williamson all over the globe. Doing games, producing, running a business at the JockJive World Headquarters in Florala, Alabama.
Back to lead things off, number 9, Parker Frost.
And Parker Frost leads it off here. Moulton up 5-4 as we go to the 4th. Frost walked and scored a run. And that pitch is in there for a strike. Cade Brookins still pitching. That pitch bounces in front of the plate, gets by the catcher. 1-1 to count. That pitch is outside. 2-1 to count. Brookins deals to the plate. It's low. 3-1. So Moulton trying to get the leadoff batter on here in the 4th. Their lead is a slim 1. And that one is in there for a strike. 3-2. So Frost awaits the pitch, and he pops it up. Second baseman drifts over about 3 steps, and he squeezes it for the out. Luke Barron with that catch. So out number 1 is recorded. Caden Norwood, left-handed batter, struck out his first plate appearance. Norwood grounds it foul. 0-1 to count. That pitch is popped up again. Shortstop comes in about a step and a half. He grabs it for the second out. So 2 pop-ups here. Nothing out of the infield.
Now, stepping to the plate, number 20, Trip Engel.
So Engel, 5, 6, 7 in a row set down by Troy pitching. That one's in there for a strike. They're looking for their second consecutive 1-2-3 inning. That pitch is in there for a strike. 0-2. So Cade Brookins trying to make short work here of Moulton in the fourth. Inside, 1-2. Brookins again popped up. Center fielder comes in, calls everybody off, and he makes the play, and that ends the inning. So just like that, that ends the inning. Nothing doing. And we'll go to the bottom of the fourth. Still 5-4. Moulton over Troy. 2017 Dixie Youth Baseball Alabama AAA State Tournament on JockJive. Well, we go to the bottom of the fourth here. Sanderson still has that one-run lead. But Cade Edwards, Jordan McBride, and Dawson Bradford will be the three here for Troy.
Number 12, Cade Edwards.
So Edwards pops that one back, and it's 0-1. Sanderson looks in, now to the plate. Tails outside. 1-1 the count. Edwards grounds that one foul at the plate. 1-2 the count. Again, glad you joined us here on JockJive. The winner of this one will stay in the winner's bracket. And that one is called strike, caught looking. Edwards watches it on the outside corner, out number one.
Now it's about number 9, Jordan McBride.
And now Jordan McBride steps in there. Popped up his first plate appearance. He cuts and misses. 0-1 to count. Swings and misses again. 0-2. Sanderson deals high. 1-2. Sanderson to the plate, grounded to the shortstop. Scoops over the first, strong throw, and he got him by a step. McBride out at first. Second out of the inning. Good defense out there. And that's going to bring up Dawson Bradford. And that one got him. That plunked him in the side there. And he throws that bat to the coach and says, I'm walking down the first. Bradford hit by a pitch. And that's going to bring up Keneal Lewis. So little Keneal Lewis steps in there. He had a sacrifice flying an RBI, his first plate appearance. And he pops it foul out of play. So a runner in first, 2 outs. And that one is hit to center field. Center field on the run. He can't get it. He gets down. Lewis is at second with a double, runner at third, and it's runners at second and third with 2 out on the double by Lewis.
Now to bat number 3, Slade Russell.
So Slade Russell now has a chance to do some damage with 2 outs. Russell singled his first plate appearance. That pitch is high. 1-0 to count. Troy threatening here in the bottom of the fourth. Swings and misses. 1-1. Again, both these teams wearing basically the same colored uniforms. Swung on and missed. 1-2. And it's been a well-played game. 5-4 here, bottom of the fourth. Low, 2-2. Tying run at third, go ahead run at second. Moulton trying to hang on here. Cut on and missed, and that ends the inning. So a strikeout. They strand 2 runners, but Moulton survives another inning. We'll go to the top of the fifth. 5-4, Moulton leading 2017 Alabama Dix Youth Baseball AAA State Tournament from Troy, Alabama on JockJive. Fans, don't forget to like JockJive on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. We're trying to reach 10,000 Facebook likes and 1,000 Twitter followers this summer and need your help to get there. And when you like us on Facebook, we will keep you updated on scores, schedules, game status, and so much more. So go to JockJive.com and follow the shortcut to all social media, or simply put JockJive Sports in the search engine of Facebook, or at JockJive on Twitter, plus subscribe to our YouTube channel. Again, like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. And trust me, if you like them on Facebook, you will get updates and you'll know what's going on and where the crew is all over the Southeast. A new pitcher for Troy. And I believe that is Cole Pugh, number 1 on the mound. We're at the top of the fifth. So the throw down to second, we're about ready to go.
Now to bat to lead things off, number 27, Sutton Phillips.
And now Sutton Phillips will lead it off here.
Other out number 14, Donald Wilson.
5-4 Moulton leading, getting late. That one's low. 1-0 the count. 2 more at-bats for both teams. Pugh delivers outside. 2-0. That pitch is high. 3-0. Moulton looking to get their leadoff batter on. Braylon Dame and Maddox Denham are next. And that's a walk. And just like that, Phillips is on first base.
Number 12, Braylon Dame.
And Braylon Dame now. He singled. Scored a run. Runner goes to second, and the throw down. He's safe. Phillips, on a delayed steal, stands at second. Braylon Dame now has a runner in scoring position. Crouch stance. Has that bat cocked and ready. 2-0 the count. Cut on and missed. Dame went golfing on that one. Tried to hit that low pitch and golf it for a base hit. 2-1. That one is hit in the hole and it gets by. The left fielder has it. He throws to second. Runners will be at first and third. Nobody out. It's a base hit. So Braylon Dame with a single. He stands at first.
Number 11, Maddox Denham.
And now Maddox Denham and Moulton looking for a big inning. They lead by 1 thin run. Denham swings and misses. And the runner from first goes down to second. They didn't pay him any attention. So runners will be at second and third. Nobody out here in the fifth. Denham swings and misses. 0-2 the count. Pugh looks in, now comes to the plate. That one is fouled and caught by the catcher, and that's an out. Denham strikes out, 1 out in the inning.
Now steps to the plate, number 23, Noah Dutton.
And now Noah Dutton, who singled, scored a run in the second. Little Noah stands in there. And that one backhanded by the catcher. Good stop. That would have meant a run if it got by him. 1-0 the count. Next pitch. Out of the zone. 2-0. Noah digs back in there, and up the middle it goes, and that's a base hit. 1 run will score. They throw to second. They hold the runner there. It's 6-4. Dutton with a single and an RBI. And Moulton has a 2-run lead.
42, Levi Sanderson.
And now Levi Sanderson, who popped up his first plate appearance. 2-run lead here for Moulton in the fifth. Sanderson takes the first pitch. Runner from first steals second. No throw. So runners will be at second and third. 1 ball, no strikes. That one is fouled away. 1-1 the count. Moulton has scored a run here in the 5th. They lead this one 6-4. Pop foul over our heads, out of play. 1-2 the count. A base hit here would be big for Moulton. And that one's hit to the first baseman, steps on the bag. The runner did not break from third. Now they add him almost in a run down. The catcher decides to hold it, and everybody goes back to their respective bases. 2 outs in the inning. Sanderson grounded to the first baseman, 3 unassisted. And now it's Ty Henderson to the plate. So that was huge. They did not score a run. The runner did not break from third. That pitch is high, 1-0. That pitch is fouled. So 1-1 the count here. So Ty Henderson, who struck out in his first plate appearance. That one sweeps over the corner for a strike. Now he's down in the count, 1-2. Runners at second and third. That pitch is a called third strike, and the inning is over. Henderson caught looking, but Moulton does push one run across. They strand a couple, and we'll go to the bottom of the 5th inning.
Cole Hughes at 22 pitches, 22.
6-4 is your score. 2017 Alabama Dixie Youth Baseball AAA State Tournament here from Troy, Alabama on JockJive.com. Well, we go to the bottom of the 5th, 6-4. Moulton leading the host team, Troy, here. And West Brasted will lead it off. Sanderson still dealing for Moulton. The umpires were having a discussion behind second. So Brasted has walked and popped up. That pitch is inside, 1-0 to count. So we're in the bottom of the 5th, 6-4, Moulton on top. Brasted swings and misses, 1-1. Remind you, we'll be on the air tomorrow at 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock Central. As we will continue our coverage of this tournament. Both the AAA and the majors will be broadcast tomorrow on these fields. So we'll hope you'll join us in the morning. Have you a late biscuit or a cup of coffee or brunch and watch us cut on and missed by Brasted. 2-2 the count. Pop. down the right field line, and that's going to get foul, out of play. 2-2 the count. Braced it, inside out swing that time. Almost placed it in fair territory. Foul by about 10 feet though. The 2-2 pitch about to be made here to the leadoff batter in the fifth. Sanderson deals, and that one is low. 3-2, full count here, bottom of the fifth. Leadoff batter. And that one's inside and Braced walks.
Now stepping to the plate, number 1, Cole Pugh.
So runner at first for Cole Pugh. Pitch is high. 1-0 the count. Gentle breeze blowing from right to left. A great night for baseball. That one's low, gets away from the catcher. Runner finally decides to go. He just steals second. And Braced stands at second. So Pugh steps back. Sanderson steps off. And now they're going to talk to their pitcher, the players are, and they're giving him some encouragement. And the 2-0 pitch about to be made to Cole Pugh. Swings and misses right through it, 2-1. Second baseman jockeys behind the runner at second. The pitch. Foul to the screen. 2-2 the count. So Cole Pugh, count is level to him. The pitch. Swung on and missed, and he goes down swinging. Pugh strikes out, first out of the inning. Runner at second did not advance. And that one's hit in the gap, and it's going to get down. Pruitt Vaughn all the way to the fence. 1 run scores. Vaughn slides into second, and he's safe with a double, and it's 6-5. Vaughn with a double and an RBI.
Number 11, Jackson Booth.
And now Jackson Booth. So Troy has come back to score in the fifth. That one's outside. Runner stands at second for Booth, who struck out and walked. Outside, 2-0. Tying run stands at second. Outside, gets away. Runner will throw to third, and he will make it without a throw. And now the tying run is 1 base away. And now I believe we are going to have a pitching change. Levi Sanderson appears to be laboring here. And they are going to make a change, and there's going to be a new pitcher in. Sanderson will go out, And he's going to be relieved, and I'm trying to get the number of the young man coming in from left field. So a new pitcher is coming in. We'll step away for a minute. 6-5 your score. Moulton leading AAA Dix Youth Baseball State Tournament on JockJive. Well, Braylon Dame is coming in relief here. He's got the tying run standing there at third. Only one out in the inning. And he has Jackson Booth at the plate. It's a 3-0 count to Booth. So let's see what happens here. 6-5 is your score, bottom of the fifth. In there for a strike. Booth was trying to entice a call there, running the first. So 3-1. That one is hit hard, and it gets by the shortstop, and that'll be a base hit. And we're tied at 6. So a base hit and an RBI. Vaughn comes in the score. We are 6-all here. Six your score.
Now stepping to the plate, number 2, Cade Brookins.
And Brookins steps in there. And that one is behind him. And the catcher stopped that one. So Braylon Dame has given up the tying run. And that's an inside-out swing, pop back to the screen. So the host team, Troy, has come back to tie this one up here in the bottom of the fifth. And that one again, inside-out swing off the fence. Coach had to dive out of the way. It ricochets back to the pitcher. 1-2 count. And that one is popped up down the first base line, and it's foul. Brookins, the master of that inside-out swing at this at bat, and he stays alive. Runner at second. It's a go-ahead run. Fouled right back to the swing, all over that pitch. Still 1-2 the count. One out here. These two teams are battling it out. Popped up. Catcher comes over, and he makes the catch for the second out of the inning. Runs it back to the pitcher, and the runner cannot advance. Good play by the catcher that time.
Now stepping to the plate, number 24, Luke Barron.
And now Luke Barron steps in there. And that pitch is in there for a strike to Barron, 0-1. Barron has singled and grounded out. And now we're going to have a conference here from one coach to the manager. And now we're going to talk to the coach of Troy. Again, don't know what this is about, but there's a conference going on and everybody seems to be okay. And Jamarlin Ford will step back behind the dish. 0-1 count here, 2 outs. Runner at second. Sweeps outside, 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Grounded to the third baseman. Long throw the first in plenty of time, and that ends the inning. But it's a good inning for Troy. They come back, and they score 2. We'll go to the top of the 6th. 6-6 is your score. Moulton and Troy. 2017 Alabama Dix Youth Baseball AAA State Tournament from Troy, Alabama on JockJive.com. Well, we're going to go to the top of the 6th inning here. A lot of excitement on either dugout here. 6-6. Moulton with 3 in the first, 2 in the second, 1 in the 5th. Troy 4 in the second, 2 in the 5th. And that's where we're at, 6-6. Cole Pugh getting his warm-up tosses in. And these two undefeated teams wanting to stay that way. But one of these teams will have a loss before the night is over. Throw down the second. And Wyatt Knight will lead it off for Moulton. Well, here we are, 6th inning. And we're tied at 6.
Now leading things off, the 32, Wyatt Knight.
So Wyatt Knight steps in there, first pitch of the 6th inning. And he pops it up to the third baseman, who runs in and makes the catch for out number 1. 1 out in the inning, back to the top of the order.
Ryder McGregory.
Ryder McGregory. McGregory grounds it to the third baseman. Over the first, good stretch and an out. 2 outs in the inning. Good play by the third baseman that time. Jackson Booth.
Kane Parker.
And now Kane Parker with 2 outs. Cole Pugh trying to do a 1-2-3 inning. Grounded foul out of play. 0-1 to count. Pugh delivers on the outside corner for a strike, 0-2. So Kane Parker down in the count. That one is low, 1-2. Parker Frost on deck. And that one is pop foul. Troy trying to hold them here and come back to win it in their half of the sixth. Moulton. Jumped out early, but Troy has come back. The 1-2 pitch. Up the middle, shortstop Fields throws to first, got him by 2 steps, and we'll go to the bottom of the sixth. And we are tied 6-6. And they're jumping up and down in the Troy dugout. Bottom of the sixth coming up. 2017 Alabama Dixie's Baseball AAA State Tournament from Troy, Alabama on JockJive.com. Well, we're going to go to the bottom of the sixth inning. Braylon Dame, if you're a fan of Moulton, you want to hold them right here and put it into extras. If you're Troy, you want to come back again and come off the deck and get a win. It's fixing to transpire in front of us here. Tyler McClendon steps into the box.
Stepping to the plate, leading off number 5, Tyler McClendon.
Inside, 1-0 the count. McClendon, Edwards, and McBride, the 3 scheduled. Stuck his bat out there and fouled that one away. 1-1 the count. Bunts it, but bunts it foul. So a 1-2 count to McClendon. Coach steps over and says something to him, pats him on the head. He says, step back in there, young man. McClendon. The 1-2 count. Tails outside, 2-2. Big Cade Edwards stands in the on-deck circle. That one's hit weakly to the shortstop. Fields it on a couple of hops, and he's called out at first. Out number 1 is recorded here.
Now to bat number 12, Cade Edwards.
So Cade Edwards steps in there. Edwards down the first base line, and they're going to say it's foul. That was close. Six all your score here, bottom of the sixth inning. Lobs that one in there for a strike. 0-2. I don't know what kind of pitch that was from Braylon Dame, but it caught the outside corner. Edwards, again, steps back in there. Swings and misses and goes down. So 2 outs here.
Now stepping to the plate, number 9, Jordan McBride.
And now Jordan McBride with 2 outs. We might be staring at extra innings. Outside. 1-0 the count. Swings and misses. Count is even at 1. Bottom of the 6. We're all knotted at 6. And that one is smoked to the gap. And it will get down. Runner will be at second with a 2-out double. And McBride keeps it going for Troy. And now Dawson Bradford can be the hero here. Runner at second, 2 out. Dawson Bradford.
Now to bat number 10, Dawson Bradford.
He could be the hero for Troy. Pitches on the outside corner for a strike. Bradford would be the talk of the town if he can get a base hit here. The mayor may give him the key to the city. 1-1 count. Bradford holds that bat high. Runner stands at second. Swings and misses, 1-2. Winning run stands at second. Bradford takes the pitch, and he hits it to the left fielder, and he can't make it! And the runner's going to come down and score, and Troy is going to come off the deck, and they win it 7-6. And Dawson Bradford is the man of the hour in Troy, Alabama. They are mobbing him behind home plate. Troy wins this one 7-6. Dawson Bradford with a base hit. Troy stays undefeated in the tournament. Moulton loses a heartbreaker here. And 2 nights in a row, Troy comes back and wins in their final at bat. 7-6 is your final. Remind you, we'll be on the air tomorrow at 10 o'clock for more Dixie Youth baseball action. Thank you for joining us tonight. This is Mike Flowers saying so long here from Troy, Alabama, where Troy wins this one 7-6. This is the 2017 Alabama Dixie Youth Baseball AAA State Tournament from Troy, Alabama on JockJive.com. So long, everybody.